What's up, what's up, what's up, people? Beats and B-sides. Journey to Autopilot. We here. It's been a crazy week, y'all. Turn this down a little bit. It's been a wild week. Busy week at work, you know. Busy week running the campaign, getting ready for video shoots. Things of that nature. So, yeah, man, we here, you know? Like, shout out to everybody who has been a part. What up, Eric? A part of Beats and B-Sides again. You know, this week I'm not gonna be in front of y'all for crazy long. But this week we're gonna talk about the power of long-term thinking and how that has helped me get to the point of making this record and getting it released to you guys. Yo, hit me with a comment if you've already got your pre-order popping. If you haven't got your pre-order popping yet, it is available. What up, Gareth? Autopilot is available for pre-order. Illogic.bandcamp.com. I am Illogic.com. We all ready. We got t-shirts, CDs, limited edition vinyl, stickers, you know, all of the cool things that make it worth it getting the record. But yeah, so we gonna get on this. Thank y'all for taking this journey with me. You know what I'm saying? Pre-order popped. What up, Chad? But thank y'all for taking this journey with me. I appreciate it. And yeah, we gonna talk about long-term thinking today. But first, you know what I'm saying? As per usual. We're gonna start out with the verse of the week. Yeah, I like that beat a lot. Yeah, we're gonna start out with the verse of the week and then I'm gonna get into it, you know what I'm saying? What up, Hugo? You get your t-shirt? I sent that joint out like a few weeks ago. Yeah. So we gonna get it popping, get it started. And we gonna go with the verse of the week. The verse of the week this week is a verse that I did with Illogic, who's a dope producer. I believe he's from the Netherlands. It's for his next project. I'll just give y'all a verse of it because it's a whole song. It's called 1981. Sometimes I wish I could go back to when we was young. I was born 80, Illogic born 81. Raised in a different time, no troubles on our mind, path not yet defined. Only worry was having fun. I would wake to the sun on a Saturday, grab some Frosted Flakes, dive into tunes in my room. Cartoons, I mean Thundercats at Sesame Street, DuckTales or Transformers, carefree without the weight of karma. My growth was never hindered. Preparing for my life, read and choose your own adventures. Knowing choices have consequences and rewards. And it's up to you on how your player moves around the board. Watching Jordan and the Lakers, Carl Lewis running track. Tyson knocking cats out, bumping Yo MTV raps. The weight on our shoulders wasn't heavy as boulders. Just relax, what I give for a sec to go back like that. Yeah, the song is called 1981 because my man Remulak was born 81. I was born 1980. And it's a song just basically about, you know, how things were simpler back then and how everything is all crazy right now. Really nice tidbit. This beat right here is made from one of the same samples that Blueprint from the original Stand with me and Slug off of Celestial Clockwork. The sample is the same from that original beat, which is pretty dope and interesting. But yeah, man. So we here, man. We here, you know. Beats and B-sides. Beats and B-sides. So we gonna keep it moving. I just want to again thank everybody. You was born 81 too, Gareth, so you're a year younger than me. So you're 39, you hitting that 40. That 40. But yeah, so today, and again, I'm not gonna be in front of you guys too long. I just wanna you know, I hope you guys are enjoying this. You know, like, I hope I'm not just, you know, boring you with these kind of conversational shows and not, you know, playing the B-sides and the extras, you know. But yeah, like, so we're going to talk about long-term thinking today and how long-term thinking has, you know, allowed me to be in the position that I am right now to release Autopilot to you. Really, if you go all the way back and you start to, you know, put the pieces together with the things that I've already kind of revealed, going back to Celestial Clockwork, when I did tell myself that I would produce an album for myself, you know, like, I was thinking long term, but I wasn't sure that, you know, what the album would be. So in the process of that, wanting to do that and really diving into, you know, trying to become a full, well-rounded artist, you know, I dove into production about 3-4 years ago. Actually 2016 to be exact. So about 4 years ago, I dove into production just to start to prepare myself to, you know, get to a point of making beats that I liked enough to where I would, you know, rhyme over them. And in the process of that, I would be able to make my own record. So really the whole process kind of started back in 2016 of building towards this record. And but fast forward to Super Duty Tough Work. If you guys don't listen, Super Duty Tough Work, me and Blueprint every week, usually premieres on YouTube on Saturday. Find Super Duty Tough Work. Follow us on all the socials, YouTube, Instagram, all of that. Make sure you like the videos as well. But you know, with this record, I had been building it for a while. I basically had the record done, and I was planning on releasing the record earlier this year. And, you know, in the process of that, doing Super Duty Tough Work, me and Blueprint, the things that we talk about on there is a lot of artist development, a lot of artist self-care, and, you know, creating a platform for artists to kind of learn. And in the process of that, a lot of times we learn from the things that we talk about ourselves. So, you know, if you've noticed, you know, like, my social media game is a little better. It's not where it should be, but it's a little better. I am interacting a lot more. I am being a lot more proactive in the things that I do and the things that I post. So, you know, in that, you know, I'm starting to learn more of how to interact with my fans and create content that you guys can enjoy. Yeah, Blake, if you haven't been around, Autopilot is coming October 20th, 2020. The pre-order link should be in the description of the video. We got vinyl, we got CDs, all of that. T-shirts, check it out. But yeah, so doing Super Duty Tough Work, there's a lot of things that we talk about that I have incorporated into my own life as far as getting a schedule. In the process of making beats, I would create a schedule where 7 o'clock to 10 p.m. I'd be down in the studio making beats, perfecting my craft, learning how to get to a point where I could create music that I myself would like to hear and want to rap over. So that was part of the process. And fast forward to last year in, I believe, October, on Super Duty Tough Work, we did a 90-day challenge. And it was through the end of the year. We had a couple goals that we tried to attain for ourselves to put us on a track to really create something special for 2020. And even though 2020 has been a cluster of crap, there's a lot of really dope music coming out this year. My record's coming. A$AP Rock just announced that he got a new record coming in November. Cyrock's record is coming. Homeboy Sandman got a new record. Like, it's a lot of really good records coming out this year, and I think it's going to really be an amazing year for hip hop, even though it's been a crappy year for just life in general. But in thinking long term, all of everything that I've done and everything that you've seen me do has been, especially in the last year, has been a process leading up to this. And in October, we did the 90-day challenge, which we had to basically pick a couple goals that we wanted to achieve by the end of the year. And for me, yeah, there is still some Lucid Logic vinyl. Yeah, check it out. It is dope. It is dope. It is dope. But so we had 90 days to achieve our goals. For me, my goal was, I had a couple goals. My goal was, one of them was to have my artwork done for Autopilot, and also to, I believe, have a video done. It was a couple things that I had set the goal to do. And within that 90 days, I did have my album cover and everything done, which, you can see, what I'm saying? Like the Autopilot album cover. The Autopilot album cover is definitely really fresh. I took that picture myself down here in the studio. All the layout is done by my homeboy Illogic, you know what I'm saying? But so that was the first step of really, getting towards this thing. And in the process of preparing for the release in the spring, then you have COVID happen. So when COVID happened, that completely changed the way that we were thinking about things. And so what I decided to do, before Versus, before all of this stuff started happening and a lot of people were going live, me and Illogic actually did the first Versus, quote unquote, where both of us got on and were just playing beats back and forth. And unfortunately, and this was on Instagram, and unfortunately the sound quality sucked, so it didn't really turn out as great as we wanted, but I figured we were on to something. So in the terms of that, and me looking towards releasing Autopilot this year, I was like, okay, there has to be a way for me to start to interact with my fans and start to, really be in front of people and let people know that, and just make my presence felt a little more, because it sucks as an artist sometimes that, especially as a fan, that artists only talk to you or us as fans when they have something going on and they don't interact on a regular basis. So I created Beats and B-Sides as a way to interact with you guys a little more and be more personable with you guys, and it's been amazing in the process. Like, I feel like I've gained a whole bunch of friends, just doing this, so I appreciate you guys checking it out. But when I started Beats and B-Sides, I started Beats and B-Sides as a precursor to getting to the point where I would have a platform where I could do things like this and talk about, you know, my album and upcoming projects that I have, and create something where an audience that cares can listen and come get, you know, exclusive material and things of that nature. So, you know, all of this was part of the plan building up to building, you know, getting Autopilot released. And then, you know, in the process of that, you have, when Bandcamp days started, I figured I would utilize those days to provide you guys with new material or unreleased material, just to build in anticipation, building up to the release of this album. And having Beats and B-Sides was a great way to share that extra music with you. So I was always thinking ahead and always thinking that, you know, everything that I do is gonna be somehow related to the releasing of Autopilot, to the releasing of this album. Everything that I do is gonna be a stepping stone to the process of releasing this record. And I do appreciate you guys for supporting me in all those releases, because I got to release my first 2 beat tapes for Bandcamp days, which you guys supported very heavily, and I do appreciate that. But in the process of doing that, releasing new music to you guys, I was also creating my war chest as far as financially, in order to get everything that I wanted to get for this album, because I didn't want it to just be a flash in the pan of records in my career. I wanted to be something special, because it was something special to me. So I wanted to present it in a special way. So I wanted to be able to get t-shirts. I wanted to be able to get vinyl. I wanted to be able to get, you know, really good quality CDs. I wanted the artwork to look fresh. I wanted everything to be on point. And in order to do that, you need money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to fund things. So, you know, I do have a job, but I'm trying to get to a point, and in the process of doing this, I got to a point where, you know, financially, the music was supporting itself, to where everything that I had to pay for with Autopilot was paid for with music money. So between you guys supporting me, buying merchandise, with everyone that has bought, you know, got a feature from me, everyone has bought a beat from me, all of that money has been reinvested into the campaign for this album. So I set myself up in October of last year, almost a year ago, to be able to create a lane in order to be able to put this project out and present it in a way that it's worthy of, you know. So this is the way that, this is definitely the Last Day sample. I flipped it, you know what I'm saying? It was on that other joint, but you know, so, you know, I definitely want you guys to understand that, you know, now that Autopilot is here and I'm making all of these, you know, little videos and commercials and things like that, this is not a fly-by-night operation. In order to get the things that you want, you have to prepare. You have to be disciplined and you have to prepare. You can't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm gonna put an album out tomorrow, and do it correctly unless you're Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you look at, for those, I'm sure a lot of you are A$AP Rock fans. Even if you look at, you know, the campaign that has started for A$AP Rock's record, you know, like, that stuff took time. The process and the thinking and the idea that he had to make a 22-song album, I believe, and make it a concept record, and, you know, make a whole field, you know, like, kit of shit that you can buy. Like, that kind of stuff takes time. This is not a fly-by-night operation for any of your favorite artists that really care about the art. We take time and we really put our hearts into this, and it's about thinking long term. It's about thinking ahead of time and thinking, okay, in the next year or so, what am I going to try to accomplish, and what can I do now to accomplish those things that I want to accomplish? So anytime that you have a plan, or anytime that you have a goal, there has to be multiple steps in order to reach that goal. You can't set a goal, you know, a high goal for tomorrow and then get mad at yourself for not reaching it, because if it's something worth having, then you'll put the work in and you'll make the planning in order to achieve it. So with Autopilot, for me, this is, a long time coming. This is really, if you think about it, Celestial Clockwork was formed in around 2002, 2003. It wasn't released until 2004. It's a project that I actually started writing in 1998. But for me to say that I'm going to produce an album of mine and have that in my head throughout my career starting in 1998 and for me not to let go of that, all the way here to 2020 shows that once you place an idea inside your head and inside your mind, and if it's something that you really want to do, if you put the work in and you take the time to actually take the steps to achieve it, you can achieve it. There's nothing that's out of your purview if you really want to take the time and take the steps to achieve it. You know what I'm saying? So I really just wanted to impart that on you guys this week and let you know that long-term thinking is the only way that Autopilot is, able to be what it has been so far and what it will be once you receive it. I was always thinking in the last year or so, what can I do to push people towards this record once I announce its release? What can I do to make sure, okay, this little piece over here, the Beats and B-Sides t-shirts and, all of that was part of the campaign. I've been campaigning for this album for a year. Even though you guys didn't know, we talked about it on Super Duty Tough Work when we started the 90-day challenge. But since that 90-day challenge began, I've been campaigning for this album. And, there's something to be said about thinking for the future and making sure that the things that you have in place, definitely allow you to achieve your goal. So, and that's definitely true, Gareth. Like, thoughts do become actions. In the process of, building towards this, actually, and it's like one of the things but I have this book, As a Man Thinking. If you guys do listen to Super Duty Tough Work, it was on our book list. And As a Man Thinking, reading this book really helped me kind of understand that, and I always knew it, but I never put it into practice. Really understand that the way that you think affects the way that you live. The way that you think affects the things that come to you. Consequences of your actions stem from a thought. Your actions stem from a thought. The things that you do stem from a thought. Oh, I'm gonna create a live streaming event that I do every week. It was a thought. I put it into action. And in order to do that, I had to be in the mindset of committing to doing this on a regular basis every week and having topics to talk to you guys about, having music to play for you guys, things of that nature. Like, thinking is so powerful, and it's so, it crazy sucks that, a lot of times we are so tired of thinking that we'd rather be robots and just let the government or let our friends or let music or let whatever think for us. So if you really want to achieve something, if you really want to achieve your goals, you have to first start with a thought and then follow it up with discipline and action. And set a goal for yourself, like do a 3-month challenge for yourself. In 3 months, what do you want to be doing? What do you want to achieve? How can you be better? And take steps to achieve that, and take steps to reach those goals. And, make yourself, maybe do it with a friend to hold yourself accountable. Like, doing it on Super Duty Tough Work was really cool because we had to you guys held us accountable. The fans held us accountable when we came back. And if we didn't have shit done, how would it look for us to be, the cats that are talking about all this stuff and not have shit done? You know what I'm saying? So we were held accountable. And in the process of that, I put myself on a course for this record, and to be held accountable by myself, by the fans, by all of you guys that I really consider my friends at this point, to give you guys something that was meaningful, something that was, in my opinion, beautiful, and, you know, worth you guys' time and money. So, you know, I'm going to get out of here really soon, but I really do appreciate you guys listening to me. Always think long term. If you want something, think about it, plan it, take the steps to achieve it, and you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, Autopilot, 10/20/2020. It's coming to you now. I mean, it's coming to you live. Then pre-order happening. Yeah, next week, I got a little surprise for you guys next week on Beats and B-Sides. So don't miss next week. But thank you guys for listening to me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it is, that book is only $248. It's really worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the $3. It's worth more than $3. You should definitely check it out, Ilpo. It'll definitely change the way that you think about certain things. You know what I'm saying? How many touchdowns getting scored this weekend? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, my son, he got a bye week, so no touchdowns this weekend. But next weekend, his game is in Michigan, so we're taking a family road trip. So, you know, wish my son luck. You know, he's doing really good this year in football, and hopefully, you know, we'll get some colleges looking at him, and I won't have to pay for college for the boy. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, next time, I appreciate you guys. Autopilot, illogic.bandcamp.com. I am illogic.com. We got Beats and B-Sides next week. I'm coming at y'all with something very special, so don't miss it. Let your friends know. Let everybody know that there's going to be something special from Illogic next week. You know what I'm saying? And it's related to Autopilot, of course. So we're going to have Journey to Autopilot Part 4 next week. And yeah, man, thank y'all for listening to me. I really appreciate it. And have a great night. Stay safe. Talk to y'all soon. All right?